When you have number 1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Boilermakers offense will get the first crack at it here. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And the Boilermakers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. Here's a heat. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Right down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Ohio State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football. No answer. Second down, they go for the pass. They give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On on 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game, something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
The Buckeyes will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback on the keeper, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
These read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Off play action on 1st down. Got him downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep, Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sayin. Got it in the middle, it's Peoples. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So good luck stopping him.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Now, after the incompletion, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with the running back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
And the Boilermakers will call on their punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Peoples. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
Reading the option, it's Sayin. Breaks into the open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field, and don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Snap from the gun on third down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Makes the catch. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Thurman.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll leave it with him. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Sayin. He makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
The give on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. They'll run play action. Going for 6. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. Got a man in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
This is kind of like Vegas in gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They go to the ground. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Rush is on him. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ross. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He'll keep it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Fires to the big fella. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And the Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Turning it on. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, we see another catch by this guy, and this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Right on the money.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. off the play fake. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Touchdown, Ohio State! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
The Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Finds his man. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field playing defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Caught near the sticks. It's Tate. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
On the option, it's Sayin. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
from the gun, running back on the move. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find some.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They'll go with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Unloads to the right. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air, it's Sayin. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he got loose. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll give it to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced the negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's already put one 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoby. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes a catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. With the catch, it's Smith. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And it's no good because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
The Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Tate. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw, and the defense was in good position.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. With the catch, it's Ross. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can... There he goes! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
At the 45, on its way. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Peoples. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll try the right side. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Inside the 25. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Now from inside the red zone. They've got the screen set up. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Wide receiver going in motion. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. He'll keep it himself. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
And the Boilermakers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
To throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
They'll go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Every once in a while, you have a dude roll out in the scarlet and gray, and they have a day. Terry Glenn, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Santonio Holmes. This guy might be matching up with him by the end of the day.
Well, the sad thing is I could also name 5 other guys off the top of my head who are superstars, too. They always find those guys out wide that are big, fast, great separation. They find them, and they make big plays, and he's doing it here today.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
To the ground with the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Makes the catch. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move.
Looking for the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I think he does a really good job here, dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker, your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air on 1st down. Working the middle. It's a seam wide open. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoby. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Moore. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch?
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue!
for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Rides to back and leaves it. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Sayin. Using the quick game. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing crow routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And the Buckeyes will have it first and 10. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. Got the first down and still on his feet. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great individual play, and I love quarterbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys who like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
The Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion with jet sweep pass. Inside the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Rides the back on the option to give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Gives it on the option. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I hate the coverage on that 3rd down, guys. There's just way too much cushion, making it too easy between the QB and receiver there. The next time they get in a 3rd down situation, similar down and distance, they've got to play press coverage and make this offense earn it.
The Boilermakers are on the move. It'll be a draw. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they can't quite hook up, trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Punt is on its way. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The give as they work on that clock. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They'll try to get outside. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pulls it in. It's Peoples. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Snags a quick pass on the left. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
The Boilermakers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Pulls it in. It's Moore. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Takes the handoff. It's McCoby. Got the first down and more. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. And that is how we will wrap this one up.